Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
The Force?
Now, the Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by... This is only one Kenobi. Only one.
Welcome to VC08, episode of the Vintage Collection Quickshot series. This is episode 8, as I say, because we're on to VC08. It's Darth Vader. This is actually the second time I've done this video. I actually accidentally deleted the video I did for this, VC09 and VC10, which I did earlier in the week, so I'm still recovering from the shock of that. But anyway, we're going to try and do it again, make it a little shorter, this one, because I did go on for 10 minutes on the other one, but that's because, well, you know, I've got 4 cards to show you here. And we're talking about Darth Vader here, and such a big character. But anyway, let's have another go. So as you can see, I have 4 cards to show you. There are actually 5 variants you can get for VC08. To go through them very quickly, I have the standard one here. Again, I have the FET sticker on 2 of them anyway. I do like stickers on the front of them. So there you go, that's the standard. Then of course the foil variant, which, as I think I've already said before, I do love foil chasers in the vintage collection. They're amazing. This is the revised edition of the VC08, which was released in a later wave, I believe. I think it was the ARC Trooper Commander wave, Slave Leia was in that wave, and maybe even Attack of the Clones Obi. But anyway, the telltale sign is the fact that it's unpunched, and it comes with a blue Boba Fett sticker on the front there. So there's the revised issue. And then here is another revised or variant issue of the VC08. I'm going to show you them in closer detail in a second. I'm going to zoom in on them. Again, that's unpunched, but that's obviously the Return of the Jedi version of the card. So let's have a little closer look at the cards themselves. If I told you that this was my favourite image of Darth Vader, I would be lying, because, you know, it's a very funny, grainy image, fuzzy and grainy, but you know, it's nostalgic, isn't it? It's just such a beautiful thing, because it's a classic image that they've brought back. That is what you saw on a cardback for Darth Vader in the 70s and 80s, so for that reason I love it very much, and so do a lot of adult collectors, and, well, collectors in general, what am I saying? So this one again is the foil variant. I do like foil variants. They can look dull if the light doesn't shine off them correctly, like there. But when the light is shining off them, man, do they come alive. So I like that. The figures, by the way, in all 4 of these cards are exactly the same. And I'm going to show you that figure loose, as you could see. It was rotating earlier on the display pedestal. But I actually display it. And I'll explain why in a minute, why I display it with the helmet off, but I'll talk about that in a minute. This is the unpunched version, and here is another unpunched version of VC08, but this is the Return of the Jedi variant. Again, all 4 figures are exactly the same. Just zooming in on this card, this is a European one. I have a few in my collection now. I'm talking to people in the UK here. If you have that address on the back of one of your vintage cards, let me know. I don't know what it is, but I'm presuming it's Forbidden Planet or something like that. But the backs of all the others are different from that. We'll look at the backs in a minute. All the backs of all the others, in fact I'll show you now, are like that. So there you go, VC08, and the classic image, or the classic card release. I love these history lessons on the back of the vintage collection cards. There it is again. There's the rest of the wave. We've covered most of them already in this series. So there you go, that's the back of the card. And I'm going to show you the figure loose right now. So the figure loose, now all my Darth Vader figures at the minute are all currently in storage. But if and when I get them all out and have a load of Vaders displayed together, I'm going to display this Vader just like that. The reason for that is I no longer believe that this is the best Darth Vader figure you can get with a helmet on. I've subsequently found, I'll never forget when I first bought myself a VC08 and opened him, I thought, yes, I finally have an articulated Vader, and it's obviously going to be the best I'll have. But no, since then I've got better Vaders than this. But he does not look good without his helmet on. Let me know if there are any other better Vaders without the helmet like that, as in the Anakin revived. But I know when you're displaying a figure like this, he should technically be lying on his back with Luke sort of comforting him, you know. But I don't know. I like the idea of displaying this figure as a kind of alternate variant version of Vader, just standing with his helmet off, just like Malgus would look. I know that Malgus, in fact, the people think that Malgus is what they wanted Vader to look like before Macquarie inputted his idea of him having a helmet to get through the vacuum, and then obviously that was how Vader remained with the helmet on. But anyway, that's how I like Vader looking. That's what he's good for. This figure is what I'm trying to say to you. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you get my point. I'm waffling on a bit, but he is a great figure without the helmet on. Anyway, but speaking of the helmet and the mask, they are very detailed. I know the light might be shining brightly off this black surface, but you can just sort of tell the detail that they've done. So that's what's so great about the vintage collection. Look at all that fantastic detail that they put into it, and then the helmet dome as well, of course, there, which is fantastic. What I'm going to do now for you is I'm going to show you my favourite Vader. Yeah, now this is my favourite Darth Vader. It's from the Black Series. It's number 3 on the blue card line, or number 26 on the orange card. Now, it's just awesome. I just don't think you can go wrong with that helmet there. They've just absolutely nailed it in 3.75. It's just so sharp. Now, that's in contrast. This is why this one isn't so sharp, because it has removable features. It lacks something. I'm going to go right close in on this figure now with the helmet on, and you can see it's still great and everything, but if we go right close and you can see there, you can see gaps. It's like it has to jigsaw together, of which it lacks sharpness, and I just don't think the sculpt captures him as good. I think even that's been, even in the packaging it's been disaligned, knocked out of line. But anyway, there were other tons of great Vaders. I even underestimated the number 6. If you're interested in getting a good Vader, number 6 on the orange card of the Black Series is pretty good. But as I say, this one, which is number 26. Let's have a look at him again. Number 26. I should be talking about VC08, and now I'm going off on a tangent talking about this guy, who is my favourite. He is number 26 on the orange card, or number 3 on the TIE Fighter line. But either way, they're all good Vaders. One can't argue unless you know a better one. If you want a Vader with a removable helmet that's good, this is the best. VC08. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please, as usual, leave your comments below and stay tuned for the next upload, which is tomorrow at 8 PM. This is Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.